All right, another two-player 100-point game for Talk Like a Pirates Day weekend, and this was 2025 in Los Angeles. So we were using Xerix and I were using the same fleet that you may have seen in the previous battle report. Both of us used the same fleets, so we did redo the setup though. So that was interesting, and we'll get right into it. So I think I made a similar mistake as the previous game. It was a very different circumstances, but Salient, basically, I used her aggressively coming out of the Whirlpool sack for a Whirlpool raid, and I was able to take out Mass on St. Joan and Annunciata. I was basically trying to cripple his L booster strategy with the sea creatures, the sea monsters, but we'll see what happens with that soon. So I was able to capture a couple crew with Captain Nemo that I plan to later sack, but anyway, so then Rolling Fog got played with Cumberland. So he made sure to put Cumberland into a fog bank right away to prevent Micron from being captured via the Switchblade keyword, like what happened the Switchblade and Nemo, of course, the combination that captured Micron last game. So Cumberland's in a fog bank. So for Micron protection, it's a rolling fog bank in this case. And I was feeling kind of unsure about my chances because the sea creatures were so fast and they could stay submerged until they wanted to pop up and use Captain to smash me up. So and then I got bad luck at one of the mysterious islands, so I went to that same mysterious island that this fleet strategy has where it generates a crew on a 5 or 6, but instead Fujigawa, she sacked to get to that island in the northwest, but she got a low roll, which basically meant that I had to put a couple crew on a different wild island. So I flung them towards my other friendly ships, Yamagawa and Atakemaru, but overall it was bad because it kind of crippled the Fujigawa setup. It did allow her to take more gold eventually when she explored, but we'll see how that goes later. Cristal del Obispo, she was not in range of any whirlpools, so Salient couldn't really hit her on my first turn. And then you can see the creatures moving in some different directions there. So problem was second turn, so similar to the previous game, the creatures were able to get to Salient, and in this case dismasked her. She wasn't sunk right away, but the problem was with Nemo. Yeah, so I think his fleet was like uniquely equipped to combat mine. Nemo captures crew, but then they can still use their abilities. And the L booster crew say if a sea monster within L of the ship, she gets plus L to her base move basically. So it doesn't have to be a friendly sea monster. So even with those those 4-point booster crew captured via Nemo, Xerix was still within L of the Salient where they ended up. So he was, as far as we could tell, there was nothing preventing L boosting still being able to benefit his sea monsters, which I hadn't realized when I went for this raid. So in that case, Lechim Namad was able to surface, move L plus L, which was enough to get her all of her guns or segments in range, and also ram and pin Salient, which was key because Salient did have an oarsman. So I was probably going to try to duck out of there, sack one of the L booster crew, and then skedaddle into the fog bank or try to get home via the whirlpool to repair. But he was able to pin me. So that was kind of another frustrating episode for HMS Salient. And Cristal del Obispo has gone to this mysterious island where she got the negative effect. We were getting smashed up this game pretty bad, and the mysterious islands were not helping. So she lost 3 masts to the negative MI roll. And then here in the southwest corner, Atakemaru couldn't really do anything against the submerged Kadera, but I was just trying to block her off from Yamagawa so Yamagawa could try to get gold to get home with it. So eventually False Treasure got brought in. Xerix used that mysterious island to bring in, or I think a different one actually. I think St. Joan did it. But either way, he brought in False Treasure and played it on Yamagawa to eliminate her gold. So that was, I think, 7 gold, sank to the depths, or 10. So, and then Fujigawa has explored in the northwest. So she's loaded up with 4 coins actually, because she had some cargo freed up when she had to toss her crew across the map. And now The creatures are all in different spots, but Leshman Namad, importantly, was still pinning Salient to prevent her from doing anything or going anywhere, really. Attacking Maru, who's come through the Whirlpool to try to save HMS Salient, but wouldn't really work out super well. So eventually Salient sank. She was sent to the depths by the beasties. Xerix built a fort similar to the last game. Attacking Maru here has been dismasted. Yeah, Salient went down, and then Attacking Maru got beat up trying to go after the squids. So it was really tough dealing with 3, speed boosted squids that could stay submerged, and then as soon as they want to pop up, they can shoot with the house rule that gives them captain built in, which was a pretty good combo. So Yamagawa has gone through a Whirlpool, and Cristaldo Obispo returned home for some repairs, and along with St. Joan. Annunciata still sitting where she was dismasted earlier by Salient. And at this point, we had Attacking Maru sunk, and I think False Treasure was played again, if I remember right. Either way, at some point, Fujigawa was not able to get her treasure home. I think she was either sunk by a sea monster or False Treasure was played again. But either way, I lost about 10 gold from that as well. So I lost a lot of gold en route to my home island. And then Xerix eventually was able to sink Attacking Maru, and I think that was what did it. That was what ended it. Oh, and he was able to use the Dead Man's Chest UT, the one I had used in the previous game, to eliminate some of his crew for gold, so that increased his gold score as well. So Xerix won 22-7. So he won both of these 100-point games on Saturday of the Pirates weekend. So congrats to Xerix on the wins, and a nice play noticing that the L booster could still apply with even after Nemo had captured those crew and put them on Salient. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Pirates action. Hopefully you enjoyed these battle reports from Talk Like a Pirate Day Weekend 2025. And thanks for everybody for playing. Xerix, Wendigo. We were able to hand out a few packs too, mostly on Friday. So hopefully some new Pirates in the SoCal area. Thanks again for watching.